with Muay Thai, foreigners are eventually going to be better than the Thais or equal. We have Western science. We also have money to pay for higher level training. Whereas in Thailand, unless you're getting sponsored by the gym, you're probably not going to be going to seek out this training, right? So like, let's say right now, if you have 100 champions, like 80 of them will probably be Thai. Where in the future, it'll probably be like, 10 to 15. Sawadee Kop. Welcome to this episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. Today is Wednesday, July 24th, 2024, live from Teep Studios in Scottsdale, Arizona. I know we've had a lot of guests coming on. This is one of my first solo podcasts in a while, and just trying to catch my breath, honestly, on what's been going on in Muay Thai with travel. We, of course, just came back from Bangkok, Thailand, for the Pu'u Muay Thai training camp hosted at Kiet Kem Torn Gym in Bangkok, Thailand, in the Nam Minh area. If you have not heard of Kiet Kem Torn Gym, it is conveniently located just 10 minutes away from the new Lumpini Stadium, where they have the one fight nights and one championship shows in Bangkok, Thailand. So on this trip, we had Crew Ed, our chief instructor from the Ventura Academy. We also had our students Chad and Thomas out there as well. The sole purpose of us booking this trip originally was for Ed to be able to get in a fight in Thailand, because he fought in the US, never got to fight in Thailand before. So we've been talking since when we first talked about him coming and being part of the team about getting his butt back to Thailand. So that's what this whole trip was like. That was my sole purpose, to make sure he gets a fight. Originally, we wanted to get him matched on Rajadamnern Knockout, but due to the level of competition that's currently in Thailand with foreigners, which is very high actually, we weren't able to get a match that was like quite even. Either it was way below his skill level or way above it. You couldn't find somewhere where he was at. So we actually went out to Pattaya, Thailand, to JF Boxing Stadium. So JF Boxing Stadium, it is a complete trip. It's kind of the same level as like Max Muay Thai in regards to like, hey, it's like that entry level pro. But it's a Chinese tourist trap. It's this beautiful stadium, beautiful training facility, but they bus in these Chinese tour buses to watch the shows. They have 6 fights, so they'll do three fights, then they'll have all the tourists leave. Then they have another set of tourists come in, watch 3 more fights. So we're on that initial card. We're the main event that was on there. And it's just kind of a small world on the match that we got, because we didn't know we were fighting. We're just like, hey, we don't care, give us a match. So originally Ed was set for 67 kilos. He walks around at like 64, 65 kilos. So of course this was not an issue for him. When we showed up, where the weigh-ins, they're at 5 p.m. The fight starts at 7 p.m. just to give you like a frame of reference. And they kind of just figure out who's around the same size and experience level once you're there, which is like the classic way of fighting at these entry-level pro fights when you fight in Thailand. For those that aren't familiar with it, it's not glamorous. There's no big showdown or anything like that. His opponent weighed 69 kilos. Ed weighed 66.8 kilos or something like that. So it was a little bit over 2 kilos, and that was with Ed with eating and stuff like that too. So the height difference as well with this fighter was he's much taller than Ed. And there was definitely a little bit of an experience gap there too. So funny enough, this fighter's name is Pet Focus. Pet Focus just fought at the SAA Alliance show back in June. We had Vin here on the podcast. If you watched that before, or you listen here on any of our audio formats for the podcast, you watch on YouTube, you saw we had Vin Chiafeth here of SAA Alliance at his show. So I posted this picture up of Ed's opponent, hit them both like kind of like stand next to each other after they shook hands. And he's like, hey, this guy is just on my show. And I went back and looked on it. I posted it on our Instagram story too. This guy just fought against Jonathan Hoagland on the SAA Alliance show. He actually beat Pet Focus, but also like a pretty active pro fighter. Just kind of give you an idea of like the level of competition, right? But Ed fought against it, 3-round fight, a 9-year layoff for Ed. Moving across the world, we had COVID, lost the gym, changing teams, coaching full time, traveling halfway across the world, taking a fight on a day's notice to be able to go compete is pretty gangster, right? Especially going up in weight, up in experience. But he handled it very composed, very proud of him. See how he handled himself in the ring. And it's kind of funny because after the fight. The thing is too, we had a video, it actually blew up. It has like over 2 million views right now on our Instagram, which is kind of insane. Not the first time we've had a video blow up like that, but it was talking about the hand wraps, right? So it's stadium style shows, so the hand wraps can be done differently. You can do like this, you roll up the tape on the knuckles, you place it on there, and you can do what's called stacking, which is very illegal, where you put like tape, gauze, tape, all right? And you can't normally put tape on the knuckles like that. If you have questions about hand wrapping, I actually have a whole hand wrapping tutorial of both styles of hand wraps on our YouTube page. All right, so you can go watch that. It's on our YouTube. You can check that out. It's just Pu'u Muay Thai on YouTube. If you're watching this right now, just click the YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you are listening to this, you can go check out the link down in the show notes on the podcast as well. All right, going on to this, seeing like this hand wrap and being able to do that, it's kind of like crazy, but it's very normal for stadiums. I kind of pick fun at some of the people and kind of trigger some people. I say the most illegal hand wrap by Western standards, because it is. Like for most organizations, this hand wrap is not legal. But for these stadiums, it is 100% encouraged. It's the norm to do there. So it's always important to understand where you're fighting, so that way you can have the same advantage as everybody else, right? Or maybe you have more advantages just based upon knowing the rules. So this is why it's important to understand the rules and regulations as well. But went out to Pattaya, Thailand, day trip, drove down there with Jake from Thorn, big boss, who took good care of us and brought us down there for the fights. Went down there, 2-hour drive down, 2-hour drive back, got some food and all that stuff too. But just had an absolute blast seeing some of the fights. There's also Rafael, Thorn, had a great showing at the Sorsamai show, Superpower Muay Thai on at Rajadamnern Stadium. He had a big come behind win. I had a little post-fight interview from behind it. But to give you a frame of reference, this guy's had like 5 pro fights. Okay, he's also a WBC Muay Thai Portugal team member. So he was out at the amazing Muay Thai festival that was out in Thailand at earlier this year, which we talked about here on the podcast as well. He is now a sponsored fighter at Thorn Gym. So he went from his fight purse being like 5,000 baht. He actually won because the odds flipped so far in his favor. Someone actually placed a big bet on him and they paid out big time because he pulled through adversity. He got dropped with leg kicks in round 3, and then he dropped his opponent with a right hook in round 3 right after. And then he won round 4. He cut the guy twice, and he won round 5. It was just an insane thing to see a fighter develop their stadium career in Thailand. All right, that established him right away. The promoter came over, everything. It was a big win. He won 200,000 Thai baht. That was what the side bet was. So that means people won big money. It's a crazy sight to see. You see they kind of go up into these stands, and you see a guy with a big box of money, and he just gives you stacks of money, stacks of Thai baht. It's insane, but super stoked to see that happen. And seeing some of the kids from Thorn Gym, one of them won by a left elbow knockout and a left head kick knockout as well on the same day down in Songkhla in South Thailand, and one of them at Omnoi Stadium as well. Going to Thailand, I always get to see so many fights. That's like, it is like what Hollywood is for actors. This is where like Bangkok and Thailand, like specifically Bangkok, this is like the central hub where the most activity from Muay Thai in the world is. All right. So of course, I always go over, sometimes I go to shows at night, or I go to multiple shows a day at nighttime and in the morning, midday, as many as I can. I went to over 10 shows in a 2-week span of time with jet lag. Sometimes I was nodding off, falling asleep, but that's just the nature of how it goes, right? I got to go to RWS, Rajadamnern World Series, which coincidentally, they also had one the following, like 2 days later in Japan. They have RWS Japan now. So RWS is streamed on DAZN, which is a streaming app to do big boxing fights. Like Canelo Alvarez is on there. They had a big deal with him. And seeing RWS's production, I've seen it step up big time. It was nice before, but now their media production was Global Sports Vision, GSV in Thailand. It is absolutely epic. All right. Seeing how they do the crowd interactions, how they build up the fighters, and they do their whole production, they are making money. All right, over there at RWS. I'm super stoked to see that because we talked about it here before. There's a big shift in Muay Thai, specifically in Thailand, because there's this entertainment style Muay Thai, and there's like this gambling, like I was talking about Rafael, who fought on this gambling style, stadium style show. But Like the Source of My promoter is also doing entertainment style shows. He's doing the matchmaking for one Friday night fights as well. So you're seeing these kind of matches in this cultural shift where it comes into like, hey, rather than having this small fight purse and relying on side bets, is having a big guaranteed purse due to the entertainment dollars that come in. All right. Not only that, is the tourism board of Thailand is investing heavily in Muay Thai tourism. They now have what's called Destination Thailand Visa, DTV visa. It is brand new. I think the first one that's been like given was just this week. All right. And they named specifically the reason for this visa is for people, for, Thai culinary, to explore and tour around or be digital nomad in Thailand, and for Muay Thai. These are the specific things that are named in there. So Muay Thai is named specifically for this visa. It allows people to stay there for 6 months at a time. Just absolute great opportunity. And what's great for Thailand as well, it's all based around Thai culture. I mean, how cool is that, right? Whether this is good or bad when it comes into the entertainment style, stadium style, time will tell. But from the fighter perspective, I think is overall better for them because they're getting a guaranteed fight purse, and gambling having less pull on the sport means we're going to see more, like, I guess, riskier techniques, right? Seeing more like the back elbows, seeing more jump knees, or different style of like older Muay Thai techniques, because you have to look at it from a gambling sense that if there's a fighter doing riskier techniques, the chance of you gambling on them is going to be significantly less, right? As opposed to the safe fighter who really works on controlling strong basics, right? Whereas these entertainment styles, like they're giving bonuses for people getting knockouts with these techniques, right? So there's more of an incentive to do it, and they have a set fight purse that's at a higher value, right? And they're still betting on it too. They're using these apps and everything. So you're seeing this big change, and I was just super stoked to see it, where you see one championship, they do not charge for tickets to their events. We got comped tickets for every one championship show. All right. So I went to, I think, 5 one championship shows because they had a pay-per-view event as well on a Saturday morning. So I went Friday night and went Saturday morning in Bangkok at Lumpini Stadium. Of course, I had to. I went up with Valentin Benzig from Germany, who's also been here on the podcast. Went over and met up with him. He's been over in Samut Prakan helping out at one of the gyms over there. And comp tickets, it's free. So no one's paying anything to go into the shows, to my knowledge. Maybe they are charging some people. I don't know. But it's all based upon sponsorship money. So there is money flowing into Muay Thai in Thailand. And you see there's just different ways of making that money, right? Where RWS gets money from the DAZN, other sponsors, Leo Beer. They had free beer at RWS. Free beer. You can go out there and just get free beer. The main event that I saw there was Michael Savas was fighting for the Rajadamnern Stadium title. He did not win. It was a very close decision, but great fight. So that was a very historical event to be at, to see a foreigner fighting for the Rajadamnern Stadium title belt. I also met up with Gregory Sanzo, who has also been here on the podcast before. I can't remember the episode, but I'd have to go back and look that up. You can look up Gregory Sanzo here on our YouTube channel. Also, back if you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, any major podcasting platform, go look it up. It's one of the earlier episodes, but we had him on here. Also a referee, and that's how I met him as well at the TBA tournament out in Iowa. So he was out in Bangkok to film this because he's friends with Michael Savas. So he flew out for it. We made sure to meet up and chat for a little bit. But seeing all this stuff happen for Muay Thai here in Bangkok, we're seeing that real true development, which we talked about time and time again, is good for Muay Thai. And it's looking like it is, honestly. I don't know what it's like for local Thais that are coming up through the circuit with the stadium style Muay Thai. I don't know. My hope is that money's bleeding into that. I know Chatri from 1FC started giving money to some grassroots gyms to keep funding their programs. So I hope that this continues on that trend of giving back into the community and it keeps feeding that industry there. But I'm going to tell you now that you're going to see, like, let's say I was talking with a trainer, Chai, at Keith Kim Torn, I've talked about with Krunakweed before, is with Muay Thai, foreigners are eventually going to be better than the Thais, all right? Or equal. One of the things is we have Western science. We also have money to pay for higher level training. Whereas in Thailand, unless you're getting sponsored by the gym, you're probably not going to be going to seek out this training, right? So you're getting this different level of experiences coming in. So like, let's say right now, if you have 100 champions, like 80 of them will probably be Thai. Where in the future, it'll probably be like, 10 to 15. Just given like the ratio, Thais are still going to be some of the most dominant. Don't get me wrong. Don't misquote me on this, or misquote me. That's fine. But make it a cool video. Make sure to tag me, okay? But you're going to see more foreigners become higher level due to the financial resources and backing that they get, all right, as compared to Thailand, where it's based on sponsorship coming from more of like a poverty background. This might change, but this is this is my opinion right now at this time, all right? Could be wrong, could be right. Said, don't quote me, but that's where I see it kind of going, all right? So seeing this big growth of Muay Thai and this entertainment style Muay Thai, I'm all for it. Like it's super cool. It's great. You see the Thailand Tourism Board, they put these big banners up all over the airport, like see Muay Thai. Last time I was there, I saw small little banners around town. Now I'm seeing giant billboards. All right. Just in the past year, the change has been huge. All right. But with that, we are going to be doing another student training camp in Thailand at Keat Kem Ton Gym. If you are interested, please reach out to us via email to contact@muaythaiventura.com. You can also DM us on Instagram at Pu'u Muay Thai. We can get your email from there, keep you in the loop as we continue on doing that and setting it up. Stay tuned for that because I'm excited. We were working out with JK on how we can further continue to grow that relationship between our academy and theirs. And he actually helped us get some new Muay Thai, Pu'u Muay Thai Academy shorts, which my plan is to get more of those online. We also have new colors of Eat, Sleep, Teep hand wraps. Got to visit the warehouse and everything like that too. Super dope, super stoked. All right. That's just in Bangkok. All right. Also, we had Smila Fairtex at the Ventura Academy. That's pretty cool, right? The youngest one championship world champion in Muay Thai was out in Ventura. Shout out to Visit Ventura, the Ventura Visitor Center, for giving her a care package, and to City Council member Bill McReynolds for coming out and welcoming Smila to Ventura. Of course, my boy Matt Lucas brought her out there. If you haven't listened to our podcast, you don't know who Matt Lucas is. He's been a recurring person on our podcast. I think at least 3 episodes in person on Zoom during COVID and all that stuff too. You're definitely going to want to go check that out. If you do not watch our podcast, go tune in, go listen to that episode. I highly recommend it. All right. But anyways, they got to go out to the academy. Of course, we missed them. But shout out to Smila. If you're watching this, she gave it left a nice Polaroid for me and some a nice jersey as well. That is super gangster. I love the colors, like black and like orange and like a burgundy color. So very, very Thai colors, but really, really cool Fairtex jersey. So thank you, Smila and Matt, for the nice gifts. I also got one that's a signed print, which I actually have right here on my desk, just to show you guys right here. So I'm super stoked to have this signed print. Thank you, Smila, for the awesome print. All right. We also had one, we had stamped Fairtex here as well. So I just got this one. I had it at the office in Ventura. So but I'm going to get hung up here for the Teep Studios because it's super badass. Got it signed by Stamp as well. So all the one championship world champions coming through Pu'u Muay Thai in Ventura, bringing the highest level of Muay Thai to our community in Ventura. Somebody commented on there, how cool is that to be getting one-on-one advice from a world champion in a small environment like that? Not many places you can get it, but at Pu'u Muay Thai in Ventura, you can get that. All right. So that's just facts. That's what it is. And I understand that. And that was the goal of the Academy. I've talked about it here before, is to grow Muay Thai in our hometown and make it known for Muay Thai in Ventura, California. All right. Also coming up, just a quick announcement after that. We also have Coach Zach Flores, who's been on the podcast with Ed before. He's going to be fighting for WCK Muay Thai August 24th at Saikwon Casino. He has a great opponent. Really looking forward to competing against this team. A really great match. It is ages 21 plus only. We have tickets available at the front desk. They'll be available until about August 22nd. All right, August 22nd at Pu'u Muay Thai Ventura. They're $60 cash each. WCK Muay Thai is ran by Dennis Warner and Instinct Productions. Dennis Warner is one of the longest running Muay Thai and kickboxing promoters in the USA. So this guy's got his ish together in regards to his business model and having a sustainable model to be able to promote fights, right? Looking forward to continue to work with Dennis. We've worked with him in the past. He brought our team to China and stuff like that as well. And there's some other promoters that are coming up in California as well. All right, there's some rumors coming down the pipeline of new promoters that are coming in that we are really excited to continue to work with. Of course, we've been traveling out of state a lot to compete in authentic Muay Thai events, but now this stuff is going to be coming to California. All right. So with that said, thank you so much for tuning in today. If you're watching here on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. It helps support our small business. Check out all the new merch we have as well in the Pu'u Muay Thai store, shop.pu'umuaythai.com. Link is down in the show notes for those that are listening as well. If you are listening, guess what? For this episode, if you're watching or you're listening, we have a one-time discount code, but it is down in the show notes. All right, down in the show notes. You can go click it. Once you click that link, what it's going to allow you to do is you're going to be getting a 20% off one-time purchase to be able to get something from our shop. It can be 8-sleeve Teep hand wraps, my book, awesome shirts. We have hoodies, fanny packs, tank tops, compression shorts, all that good stuff. Available at shop.pmtlifestyle.com. Again, that link is going to be down in the show notes or down in the description here on YouTube. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in today. Have a great day. Sawadee Kap.